I hadn't realized just how tightly wound I had become until the moment I finally allowed myself to sit down. Fatigue settled into my body, a constant, aching weight pressing against my temples and constricting around my ribs. It lived quietly in the spaces between breaths, in the stiffness of my fingers, and in the unconscious clench of my jaw. Passing the hallway mirror, I caught a glimpse of my reflection, and nearly didn't recognize the person looking back. Dark shadows pooled beneath my eyes, my gaze carrying a weariness sleep could never resolve. I resembled someone who had been running endlessly, afraid that pausing even briefly might let everything crumble. "You're home late again," came a gentle voice from the living room. I glanced over to see my older cousin curled comfortably on the couch, dressed in an oversized hoodie and loose sweatpants, a picture of ease I hadn't felt in far too long. "Yeah," I mumbled, dropping my bag beside the door. "Had a lot to finish." She paused, eyes assessing me with quiet concern, then softly patted the empty space beside her. "Sit down for a moment. You look exhausted." My instinct was to refuse. Tasks stacked endlessly in my mind, unanswered messages, unfinished emails, obligations pressing forward like dominoes threatening to collapse the instant I slowed. Yet something about her quiet invitation halted my protests. So I walked over, surrendering to the softness of the cushions, letting them absorb just a fraction of my weariness. "You know," she began carefully, "I've been watching you these past months. You never stop, do you?" A hollow laugh escaped me, stripped of amusement. "I can't afford to." She tilted her head slightly. "Who told you that?" I faltered. "What do you mean?" "Who convinced you that you have to be everything to everyone all the time?" Her voice grew softer, gentler, almost fragile. "That you always have to be the strong one? The reliable one? The person who never asks for help?" I opened my mouth, but words didn't come. Truthfully, no one had ever explicitly demanded that from me. Yet somehow, it had become my reality, a silent, heavy rule, written deep beneath my skin. If I wasn't holding everything together, who would? As far back as I could recall, I had been the dependable one. The steady hand in a crisis, the calm listener, the fixer of broken pieces. At first, I cherished that feeling of being needed. But over time, I slowly dissolved into the role, until there was hardly a trace of myself left. My wants, my voice, became lost beneath endless responsibilities. The thought of resting felt selfish. The idea of stopping seemed like betrayal. But if my existence was dedicated solely to supporting others, when would someone support me? "You deserve rest too," my cousin murmured gently, as if hearing my inner dialogue. "You deserve to exist for yourself, to want things simply because you want them not, because someone else needs you." "But if I stop," I whispered, fear gripping my voice, "things will fall apart." She met my gaze steadily. "And if you break, then what? Who'll hold you together?" I stared at my hands, throat tight with unshed emotion. I'd been running empty for so long that slowing down felt dangerous, almost unnatural. As if by letting go even briefly, I would lose control completely, unsure how to rebuild what I'd spent years holding intact. My cousin sighed softly, reaching for the remote. She switched to a random cooking show, her voice warm and calm. "Just breathe," she said quietly. "Slow down, just for tonight." I exhaled deeply, shakily. Perhaps the world wouldn't collapse if I rested for a moment. Perhaps all the expectations, the deadlines, the relentless demands, they would remain tomorrow, ready to be faced. But tonight, I allowed myself a rare permission to simply be, without needing to fix or hold anything together. Just for a moment. Just for myself. And in that quiet moment, it finally felt like enough.